o'clock. This is ScrAp TV. Topic is as if recycling. As if recycling. This is deSz'e, and I'm definitely here to let you know what's going on and give you something to think about, something to want to grow on, some bonus, and some good, material here. Good material. We got our second Gaylord started. Just gonna put our stuff in the bottom. We need a cardboard corrugated flap to go in the middle. Cause I didn't fold it like, when you fold the box, top on the bottom. So it's not taped. And I know when we get to the yard, we dump them over and push all the stuff out. So, yeah, I just need that little piece of thing on there. Back here by my bike. Yeah, ScrAp TV. Another $1,300. Love it. We get started here in a second. I'm moving this up the way so I'm going to get this part done. I'm filling this up with my tin box is starting to overfill. ScrAp TV. This is ScrAp TV. I'll show you a couple tips for recycling and talk to you as well. Talk to you about things that can be transferable in your life, things that can help you out, things that can help me out. Things I really kind of forgot or just kind of need to touch up on, need to be a lot smarter with. There. Now we got that in there, right? Now I can move my panels in there and start filling it up. I'm trying to fill it up to here. So, because that's taller than me. So I want it filled up to at least by right there. Feels so heavy that when you put it on the pallet jack or the forklift, the forklift kind of, you know what I'm saying? Or you're on the pallet jack and you're like, hey, I got it. Or you put on an electric pallet jack and it goes, yeah, not, no, none of that. We want, we want power, we want success, we want material, we want quantity, quality. We want to quantify our scrap and our recycling efforts. We want it to be very effective. I want my wallet, I need 2 wallets. 2 bank accounts. So yeah, we want them in twos. It's Noah's Ark. And it's raining, of course, a little sprinkle here and there. It doesn't rain on my parade. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. This is ScrAp TV, and we're definitely talking about as if. Let's get into it. As if. As if it already happened. It's the way you need to be thinking, right? If you can't get a model car or a model plane or model train, a model computer, a model whatever you're thinking about, put it on your vision board. How much you think you're going to make today in cash, how much you're going to make on your check in a week, how much you're going to make for the year. Project these particular things and make yourself feel better about things. Make yourself know subconsciously we're trying to make a difference. And subconsciously, when you write things down or you draw things out or you fantasize or try to manifest, and the manifestation comes when you have it in your mind, you've written it down, you got it, captured and recorded, you got a goal set every day, you wake up, you look at that goal, you wake up, you don't even think about that goal, but it's there, it's subliminally. And it's in your head, it's in the back of your head. So you want to record it and just keep emphasizing in your head to go ahead and get that thing that you're looking for. And I appreciate the light. Appreciate y'all coming in, checking it out. It's the ScrAp TV. Topic is as if. As if you can taste it. You should be able to taste it. Like, let's say that I'm cooking or something. I'm like, ooh, I want to cook this, cook that. I cooked enchiladas one time and I said, hey, I want to do it right the first time, right? So I'm going around talking to people, talking to the grocers, talking to the cooks, the guys in meats, the guys in tortillas, the gals who make their own greens, verde salsa, or verde enchilada sauce from scratch. Getting it out of the can, I need to know what the difference between Versa. Hey, all right, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in and saying hello to me. Roblox says, hey, I've seen you before. Yes, yes. Yeah, I love my content too. And I love other people's content. I love mine because it's so different. And I'm trying to do something different, period, in everything I do. Whether I'm cooking enchiladas or I'm cooking hamburgers, I'm always doing something different. I'm not just going to put lettuce and onion, tomato, and mustard and mayonnaise on there every time. No, I want different things. I want celery. I want red onions and white onions grilled. Grilled and chopped. That's what I do when I go to like a Whataburger or and you know one place that doesn't do that, and that is the guys that's up in in California. What's the name of that particular one? In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger has their style together and they don't change. They don't add nothing to it. They come down south and set up their shops. And you got the little secret sauce, like a Thousand Island thing. Why do I work? I work all the time. Why do I work? I could be on the easy mode. I don't have to do this. This is a choice. I do this because it allows me to meet people. It allows me to do my own thing. I can play music. I can dance. I can sing. I can watch a movie. I can watch a TV show. I can watch the news. I can make, let's watch home improvement, television, cooking shows, bar rescue, stuff like that, cartoons I like, old TV shows, new TV shows, soap opera. I can watch that soap opera every day at 12:30 and know what's going to happen, or who's what, or what's going on with this particular storyline. That's why I work. Yeah. I would like to know how you think it should work. How do you think? Oh, yeah, and I'm glad you listened to me. Yeah, I'd like to know, why do you work? Why would you even put yourself out there to do something that you can do yourself? I have to ask myself that question. Why am I putting profitability in other people's hands when I can profit too, or my family, or my people, or my next of kin? What is that about? Because definitely I'm trying to make something new out of something. Now I need experience. So I go out and I did all these jobs. I done worked for so many places. I even put chalkboards in a brand new school. A school that had no roof. In the middle of the summer, we had to do it by metrics. Everything has to be perfect. This chalkboard has to be done exactly and leveled. Put a leveler on there, and you have to be perfect. Schools are serious about everything being perfect. The amount of TV, it has to be straight perpendicular to this, that, and this theorem. Everything has to be straight. So I take those traits from those jobs that I did. What I do has to be straight. And I'm putting stuff in the boxes, the gaylords, so the guy can come pick it up and put it on the truck and dump it at the place. Everything has to be straight. Like that backboard there, this one has to be straight. And then one board there, and a board there, and a board there. So I can put everything in there scientifically. I don't just throw it in the box and go. Throw it in, I'll just throw it in there. Just throw that dumb thing in there. Just throw it in there. Just throw it in there. No, I'm not throwing it in there like that. I'm doing better than that. I'm paying attention to the recyclers. They're doing that. They're doing better than I am, because they figured out their service and their style. So I had to do it as if I was like the bigger guys. They push everything down into the big trucks and trailers, and then they'll weigh it. And if it don't weigh out at like 7,000 to 8,000 pounds, whatever their prerequisite is, then they say, you need to go back and get 50 more pounds. Dang, that's kind of rough. A big old diesel trailer's got to back up because there's no way to turn around. He backs up, and then the foreman or the guy who runs the tractor or the crane or whatever, he picks up more stuff and puts it in the back of the truck. And then it's like, then he gets back on there, up, you're over 5 pounds. Somebody else jump on top of the truck and pull the 5 pounds out. So they're trying to get as much as they can before they take it to the Gulf, before they take it to the coast, or they take it to the mill. They're trying to get the best bang for their buck. So I got to act the same way. Now, being in a car or a van, different from a truck, an open bed truck or a box truck, I had to learn how to pack it in the right way. So I got stuff under the seat, stuff in the back seat, tearing the seats out. I got stuff going all the way to the ceiling. So when I go, I'm getting my bang for the buck. So that's why I do this. It's fun. It's fun. Now sometimes it's not fun. When you got over 100 things to do, it's not fun. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm being honest. Sometimes it ain't fun. Sometimes I'm psyching myself out. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I might do a dance or whatever. I might do something and say, hey, this is fun. Just to keep my mind going. So yeah, sometimes no. But most of the times I'm good. Do you do this? Let me see what you're talking about. I got my glasses. I got somebody's these glasses. I found these glasses on my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Yeah, do you like the 24 hours? No, I do this every day from 5 o'clock in the morning, 1 hour or so, and I do my bonus 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I come back at 5 o'clock in the evening, Central Standard Time. Definitely for an hour or so. I give you that good hour. And I got my notes, I got my stuff that my itinerary. I go through it and I talk to you guys. I have a good time, man. Hard for me to create content because I only have some subscribers. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna look you up and I'll subscribe to you. Check this out. Content is what you do, is what you like, or what you don't like. Either way, you can do it either way and the content will flow. You need to do an outline. Now, if somebody said this, Homebody Trish, she's a YouTuber. Just met her, you know what I'm saying, about a month ago. And she was on a live and she was saying, how do you guys do this? And how do you guys come up with your stuff? She was just asking, how do you guys come up with the content and stuff like that? Well, I got an outline. My style is outline. So I'll get there, I got the title, as if, right? And that's backwards to you. But got my bullet points, okay? And then I used to do it in my mind and say, hey, I'm gonna talk about this, that, and that. And that's it. And these things I'm on the list. And in my mind, I got an outline like I'm in school. Like I'm doing this for a grade. So, we know what's up, baby. Woo! That's my little coach too. She helps me out sometimes as well, as I enjoy looking at her cook as well. So I get to pay attention to a lot of people. And that's what you got to do, Roblox. You put certain styles together. You listen to other people talk. You watch other people's things. And you say, even Think Media. Think Media is a channel that helps YouTubers and other content creators. They help them to be more efficient, to get more subscribers and stuff like that. Think Media says, hey man, one episode I watched, and he says, hey man, just watch who's doing the big numbers, who's doing some new numbers and coming up. Watch what they're doing. Watch them. Take notes. And say, oh, okay, he comes on. Hey, what's going on? It's deSz'e, ScrAp TV. You know, I don't do that all the time, but sometimes I come on and I come with the energy. And I'm paying attention to other people. Like one guy named Chris the Flash. He comes on there and he says his salutations and he sits there and plays a video game or watches a video. And he says, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all. He'll say that thing there throughout the whole time he's on there. And it makes you, it's a heartwarming thing. So I appreciate you guys even coming through. Could get anything in life. And there's different time zones, different cultures, different people, different colors, different races, different sizes. We got short people, middle people, tall people. Got giants, you got fat people, middleweight, skinny people, anorexic people. We got all kind of people all over the place and different languages. So yeah, I got to get better at languages too. Because a guy came on here with speaking German or speaking Russian or speaking Chinese, speaking Japanese, speaking Portuguese. All these different languages, speaking Spanish. So yeah, you need to learn other languages. At least the few words to do the salutations. Buenos dias. Guten Morgen is German. First one was Spanish. Buen dia. Have a good day in Spanish. Guten Tag. Good night in German. Guten Abend. Good afternoon in German. Buenas tardes. good afternoon in Spanish. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Have a good night. Hey, I'm paying attention to certain things so I can talk to people. And I want to talk even more, so I got to get more fluent with my words. I learned Swahili and all these different things. And Spanglish. It's a whole nother level of Spanish. It's a colloquialism that they bent the English like bent the Spanish like we bent English that comes from England. It's a mix with English and Spanish and the local way they talk to each other. So yeah, you gotta travel a little bit, or you gotta actually get some people, because it's a melting pot. That's what this is all about. That's what YT is all about. It's a melting pot where all of us are now come together. It's a Tower of Babylon. So let us connect and get together and learn from each other. That's where it is. That is where it is. I got my glasses today, so I ain't got to get all up in your face. DeSz'e is grace, and I got to get down with this place. Yeah, nice indeed. Nice indeed. And I'm enjoying it. So let's go to the next. I said as if is the topic. ScrAp TV. As if. Now, as if. Why don't you think of things as if you already have them? Let's say I want so-called 2,000 subscribers. Let me act like I do have it already. So let's put that on there, Roblox. And do that, Beniana. I'm telling you, this works. Visualizing what you want. I had a situation where I know I want this one car. I don't care how it comes, but I care what car I want. And it's gonna come to me. I'm gonna get it. I can get it for a low price too. I can have it gifted to me. It's gonna come, right? Why? I went and got inside that car. You know when I got inside that car? When I got inside that car, I didn't fit in that car. I was a little overweight. I said, okay, now I see what it is. So my girlfriend or my woman or my counterpart, she cannot be a certain size. She has to be firm and skinny. No stomach. The stomach has to be firm, flat. She can't have big thighs and big, maybe tatas might work, but arms and legs, big head, it can't work with the car that I'm getting. My lifestyle I had to adjust my lifestyle so I can actually fit in the dream car that I want to drive. So think about that. You got to get inside the car or the truck or the diesel truck or the car, the van, motorcycle, whatever you want. The scooter, the hovercraft, the jet airplane, train. One of my friends said, man, nobody talks about owning a train or a plane. A lot of people do talk about owning a plane. They learn how to fly. But really, nobody really talks about owning a train. A train that can roll on the train track. That's thinking big. So you got to start thinking big, man. That's point blank, Roblox. I'm telling you that. Think big, and it'll come to you. Now, did I want 800 and something followers? No. Am I happy? Yes. I was happy with 40 when I first started. Happy with 40. I want more than 1,000. I see some people with 10,000. But I want it in relevance to people that I actually know, people that I actually can touch. I don't want to go to a church that I mean, I'm refraining from going to a church that you can't touch the head guy, or a car dealership where I can't talk to the owner. Apologies, because I'm trying to do better in everything that I do. Company that I'm not familiar with the boss or what his ethics are. I'm just special like that. That's what I am. I'm different from the other kids. I try to do it everybody else's way. It just don't work for me. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me to be one way. I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm sorry. I could say more, and I'm not going to do that. It might turn somebody off. And but I'm looking for the unicorn type of gal, type of business partners, the unicorn type of product, unicorn type of way of living. I go ask somebody to go to the opera with me or the symphony. But I get ugly looks from, women. I'm like, yeah, you want to go to the symphony? Talking to the wrong girls, right? That's what's up. That's what's up. So I gotta talk to the right girls. I gotta keep putting my thing out there until it happens. So I keep putting this out every day. You ask me why I work Roblox, because this makes my day. This makes me feel good about myself, that I get up every day. When I was married, I wasn't a sorry but dude, even though I was called sorry, or called not being assertive or whatever, or not having a job that's quote unquote governmentally mandated, getting into this tax bracket and stuff like that. And one thing she told me when we got divorced was, hey, keep doing you. Do yourself. You like that? You like this? Do you. It's not her. I'm not the guy that she wanted. When she met me, I was in public America. I was in corporate America. The corporate ladder climb, where you got to be in the mail room, and you got to be this, then you move up, you do reception, and every once in a while you go into the boardroom, you do phone work, or then you move up. It's damn near 8 years and past, 10 years and past, 50 years and past. Or you're a mail carrier, then you move up to a supervisor, then you move up to the postmaster, or you move up into planning, buying, sales, the advertisement part of the post office. I didn't know. No. Meet me somewhere at the top. Meet me at the top, baby, because I want to go straight to the top. I want to be right there where the bosses are, and I've gotten jobs like that too. And I might have said something wrong. I didn't know the ethics of being at the top. So, with this, we'll roll from 0 subscribers to a few, but you need to treat those few like you got 1 million subscribers. So, that means addressing everybody, talking, have a motive, have a purpose. Have a outline that says, we're going to go here today. Here. Because I see a lot of people lose their mental picture. They get distracted by a troll or somebody that might be misunderstanding them. So Roblox, there it is. You got to stay on point, you got to have a game plan. And I hate that word, game plan. This is not my word. That's a word that has been bestowed upon our society in the kind of the last 40 years. I don't like it. One thing that somebody always said, what's your game plan? What's your goals? I don't like to look at it like that. But I like outlines. I like flow charts. I like graphs. Yeah, we're gonna go up, and sometimes we go down. Go up and we go down. And we go up and we go down. Sometimes we go way down, but we gotta get back up. So that's where we're at. Let's hit the next one. Yeah, I said drawing the picture. I drew a picture of a box truck that I wanted. I wanted a box truck. I don't want the long one. I want the just, 19 foot, 18 foot truck. I didn't know I needed. I didn't want coilovers. Coilovers. You got the tire and you got the truck, right? The box truck is this whole piece of paper. That's a box. But the tires, when they're in the thing, here's the front, here's the back. Those are called coilovers. I don't want that. I want the wheels down here and here. So the box, I can get more stuff in. And then I gotta be specific, because I want the back of the box truck to have a rolling door, not a door that opens. One little small door that opens, or two doors that open, and you still got a margin here and a margin there, because it has to have a hinge, right? No, I need to roll up door, so I can fit wide things in without getting to a job and not being able to put 2 or 3 refrigerators in there at one time, or a big sign that they want me to remove, and it's wide as a truck, and it'll fit that way in the truck, or it'll fit flat going straight in. So I had to draw the truck. I drew the truck on the thing. Yeah, I can draw. I was a graphic artist. So that's what we're going with that. I appreciate your time as well. We're going to give you a second here. Give me a second to breathe. Let me check the time situation. Thank you for coming in. Number 3. Appreciate y'all. Topic is as if. Yeah, I'll put all the broken pieces together in a mosaic if I have to, so I can achieve my natural dream. A mosaic of different parts, different pieces. I find different pieces everywhere. Every day that I'm looking around. Oh, there's a nut. Oh, there's a screw. There's a bolt. Oh, there's a piece of the puzzle. Put the puzzle pieces together. You'll get your dreams. You'll have more subscribers. Pray and bless your subscribers. Think good about your subscribers. Something most people just want subscribers to be in some kind of hierarchy or something, saying, hey, I got this many subscribers. So who gives a rip if those subscribers ain't real people? It's bots and robots and clones and people who really don't give a dang about what you're talking about. They say the people that come on shorts, they're short attention. They're not really trying to see what you're about. I did do a lot of shorts at the beginning. And they ain't really, well, 1 or 2, but they're not really into deSz'e. They just like that little fast little thing. They're off to the next fast attraction. This is the Midway. And you're at the Midway at the State Fair. And you're walking through the Midway and there's so many attractions. You got the guy with the long arms that can juggle 17 balls in one hand, 15 in the other hand, and drink water out of a bottle without using his hand while he's juggling everything. You got so many attractions in the shorts. Some people just want to see the attraction. That's why they say, it's an art form, but it's not a stickler. It's not going to stick to you. It's a black bean hamburger made out of black beans. It's veggie. It's big, a big old burger, a black bean burger. And you eat it, I'll tell you, about 20, 30 minutes after you ate it, have a big old burger. And you done left the restaurant, maybe to an hour hour and 50 minutes, 50, 30, an hour and 30 minutes. You're hungry again. It's like a nothing burger was the term that they say now. It was a big nothing burger. There was no meat in there. There was no substance. You had some watercress on it. What is lettuce? Water. It's water based, water soluble. So, yeah, you need some hearty stuff in there. Some carrots, and apple, potatoes, something that sticks to your body. Some fat. I have to put that out there. Some fat helps I think it helps your white cells or something fight off other enzymes and other diseases. So there we are with that. As if girls used to say as if, not as in, law of attraction or wanting things or attracting things or manifesting. No, this as if is a different meaning. This was like a saying back in the, I'll say early 90s. As if, hey, I'd like to take you out to dinner. As if I really want to go out with you. No, as if I got $5. Hey, I need to borrow $50. As if I'm gonna loan you some money. It was always some smart remark. And they would say as if. Sometimes they wouldn't even tell you what the reason is. As if. Turn their head up and nose up. Like, give you a bad look. Make you feel humiliated. That was the first version of ghosting. We went through the first version of emojis was caller ID and pagers. When you saw, of course there was always a smiley face, stick figures. That's pretty much, you drew the emoji. Or you had stickers that were emojis on stickers when you were in grade school. Yeah, so we seen emojis before in print. But the electronic devices was pagers and caller ID. That you could put a certain code in and you see that emoji. See a frowny face, you know that person's upset. Smiley face, that person's happy, rather happy. But yeah, girls used to say that as if I'd ever look in your direction and throw the neck work in there, work that neck. And peace up to Ushay. DJ Ushay came out with that song back in the day. That was the one hit he had, and he didn't follow up with more songs that could have been promoted or whatever. Ushay did that with Network. A lot of people don't remember that song. Work that neck, work. So in your network, as if needs to be a positive word, not a ghosting word. As if you just turn your head and walk off. That's not the way. This is not. The way is turning the negative context of that word into a positive. Change it around. Like Shane Girl, she changes it around. And Shane Girl can be nice, and she can get on your butt if you get out of line. On your ASS, she can actually get into it with you if you come out wrong. So I got much respect for my Shangy girl. That's the girl. I like her. I like her. She don't take no mess. She don't take no mess. Some of these girls be on here bullying people. I seen Sally Bilko. She was crying. Sally Bilko. She was crying on a live, talking about 2 or 3 girls that just come on there and just talk trash about her, what she got on, where she lived, and when she was living in a shanty situation at first, in a straw type environment, straw house type looking thing. And now she's got her apartment, she's got supporters, and they're still tearing her down on what she's dressed like or what like that. So you gotta have tough skin with some of these trolls and haters and such like that, because they're gonna try to tear you down. Now people tearing me down on here, calling me Uncle Ruckus. I don't even know what Uncle Ruckus looks like. But I think it's that character that's on Boondocks. I didn't watch Boondocks. I looked at Aaron McGruder's work in the comic books before Boondocks. That was my strip. I'd look at that, and I look at Doonesbury, and I look at Broomhilda, the witch, and I might look at Dagwood, the cartoon in there, Peanuts, the Charlie Brown, Snoopy type cartoon, in the newspaper, the comic strips. But I didn't watch the cartoon Boondocks. Might have watched 1 episode. But do I know who Uncle Ruckus is? No. But do I just let it play? So yeah, Roblox, you gotta have thick skin, and you gotta throw it back at them every once in a while. I had other guys in the chat 2 nights ago that just had nothing but bad things to say about deSz'e. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to tell them. And I'm not gonna delete their comment unless it just gets too wild. But, and he just kept quoting numbers or kept throwing disses and bad things. Oh yeah, Shaggy Girl, thanks for sending the homegirl over the other day. Her name, I wrote it down, but hey, thanks for sending other friends over as well. I like women. I like women. I like pretty girls. And I like you. I like you. Seriously. Definitely, if you got an email, check out my email list. It should be a link in the description, a link in my bio. To some extent, go there, start your own email list. Definitely, so we can connect on a whole nother level. If we don't want to get past phone numbers and stuff on here, because I like to talk to some of you guys in a different way, personally or whatever, in a group function. You can see other things that I'm doing that I won't show on this, that I didn't show on Facebook. Facebook got too personal, and I was getting spied on by kinfolk and girls that I'm dating. Like, what are you doing out? Who are you eating with? What place are y'all eating at? Why wasn't I invited and all this stuff? It just got ignorant on Facebook. There was too many people in your business. If you put something out there, it's going to all those people. You got your family on there. You got everybody on there. Your boss, people at your job, and people that went to school with you in 4th grade, 6th grade, high school, college. It was just too many people in my business then. And I was in their business. And it's just, the way they structured it, it was cool at first. But it was just too much interaction. That was way too much. That was more invasive than what I'm talking about with this email account, with this email address list. That's so I can keep in contact with you guys in case anything else goes down bad. Like, dang, I sure want to talk. I sure want to talk to Shaggy Girl. And I can't even catch her. Phone's off. Some MiG that went through the sky and knocked all the power out. And I do have a phone that can still send an email out. Say, hey, our power's down. Let me know if the power's down in your city or your country. That kind of thing. So we can still keep in contact. That email is going to get there. That's one thing about email. That email is going to get there, and it's going to sit there until you see it or read into it. That's one thing good about the email. The voicemail, not so much, and we talked about that the other night. The voicemail, you can let it get full and not get enough, and not get all the messages that you want. But that email will be sitting there for you. And I'm not going to be spamming you or nothing like that. So yeah, but I appreciate you coming through, Shiny Girl. Thanks for Bedwina. Thanks for coming through. Thanks Roblox for coming through. Appreciate that. Roblox came back. Thank you. Bedwina came back. Shiny Girl came back. Lusham Success, she came back. Hales Endeavors came back. I love it, man. Tantrum Nose came back. A lot of people came back. What's his name? RGB came back. What's his name? Roxy something. He came back. And appreciate you guys, man. This has been good. It's been fun. This is a good session. And today's session on ScrAp TV, we're talking about as if. The term, the words. As if I had it, as if I could have it, could want it, could see it, could see myself in that position that I wanted to be in, could see myself with 10,000 subscribers that move, they can move with me and say, hey, doing a show in Quebec. Come through if you can. Come check me out. Come support. Come check out the show. I'm gonna have such and such performing with me on stage. I'll be doing a meet and greet. I'll be cooking for a couple people. I'll be putting on the clinic, showing you how to break down certain things to make a little extra money in your city, in your town, Providence. So yeah, that's what the email account is for. I'm gonna be able to move with you, and you move with me and say, hey, I'm going to see deSz'e tonight. Put on my best and go see deSz'e. That be deSz'e is in the house. And I come on stage. I might come on stage. What was this one? I know this one. That was the prep. This was the, I think the WAP. And I'm doing it. Come on stage doing that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm doing something different, man. Come on the stage. Some dances from the 80s. Church Network. I love it. I was mentioning you in the live yesterday and a couple other days. I love your content. Thanks to Roblox saying he loved my content. I'm telling him I like my content too. I'm like, man, God is putting it in my head. These things come to me at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm writing them down. And I say, yeah, seek ye first the kingdom of God. And all these things will be added to you. All the subscribers you want. Long as you are trying to seek the face of God. And that's all he asked. He didn't ask you to be quote unquote Presbyterian or Catholic or hedonistic, and even these other guys, they're using that power. And I've said that before in like the earlier lives. This is the 3rd week I've done these 5 o'clock sessions, 5 o'clock in the evening, 2 days. part of my 90-day challenge, and I was definitely influenced by you, I Cherish Church. I was influenced by you, that I saw that light in you, and I know that you went through certain things that LaShawn was letting us know. You went through things, and times a little bit rougher. We had maybe some people passing away on stuff like that, or sickness, or whatever, or work situation, work-oriented stress. I understand that, but love your country. I love when you was in your garden in the back, and you had that table with that yellow melon, and you tasting it, taste test, and saying some good words and such like that. That shot light bolts through me, and you and your husband going through those numbers and saying so many reasons why this and that. I'm like, and your husband was like, number 16. I'm like, and you say, I'm like, yeah, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you. Thanks for being you. And praying for the content creators. Ain't nobody ever did that in life. Yes. Yes, write the vision. Yeah, God is speaking as well. And that's writing it down and all that. And I watch Tantrum Knows, and like you gotta write it down, breathe in, deep breath, and then breathe out. So yeah, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Yes. Yeah, she did. She did more for us than, and I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not doxing anybody. King Explicit, the name is a little abrasive, but Dante, London, and what's the other girl? DoorDash. They lit that fire, and I like that. I like them. They lit that fire, but a little too over the edge of sensation. It was sensationalized a little bit too much. It wasn't this. It wasn't this. But they lit us. They started us up. We're like, what? You can do that? You can make... And they moving into a new house, got a new truck, a new this, a new car, a new eating Shea Whiteys, doing all this, and sometimes giving glory to God or what. So it was like almost a cartoonish TV show. I'm like, but I'm taking the good out of her, and I commented on a lot of those videos. But I took the good out of her, and then we found her, and then I found you guys, the Guy Bandy and the Shine Dig and all them, and Snapback Coach, Anthony My Time, Big Jack Story Time, just positive stuff. I like positive things. I do listen to some of the negative things, and even if you've seen some of the music on that I posted on my page, that's stuff that I produced. It's not stuff that I induced those guys and told them, hey, you need to do this, cuss like this on the song, or be raunchy about the story. So that is not me. The music is me, but that's not the lyrics. And I can't post anymore because some of that will get me kicked off of this platform, because those guys they're speaking from their heart. That's how foster home was about. It's like kids coming from a different area that didn't have everything, and they're speaking from their heart and mind. So yeah, the homie Tantrum and his twin is awesome. Those guys are awesome. I love them. And LaShawn have been serving up success sauce for over a year for free. Yes, put God first and avoid sensationalism. Yes, humbleness is the way. Yeah, and a lot of people that got humble got their monetization taken away from them. I think even Nemo, Bible 4, got his monetization taken away from him on a technicality, that kind of stuff. And some people got their stuff taken away from them. They all got kicked off the platform, period. Too over the top. The Tommy Sotomayor's and stuff like that, those guys got kicked off. The Farrakhan's, they got kicked off because there's no filter, and you're going too hard. this is, some kids might pick this up and say, hey, and some Satanists and agnostic people, and you might be going a little too far. So yeah, it's one of those. So they got humbled. And yeah, you gotta humble yourself. And I'm not a religious person at all. I just know I just know what I was taught. Now I came up in Church of God in Christ. I went under Pastor J. Newell Haynes. His father was Bishop Haynes was the Super Haynes. J. Newell Haynes probably couldn't match his father. His father was solid. But yeah, so I'm Church of God in Christ in the Southwest. He was the bishop of the Northeast, what they call it, Northwest or Northeast section. So I come from that. Then I went to Assembly of God, which those two churches used to be the same. So I went to private school all my life, except for the last 2 years to public school. So I got a little bit of religious. I've read the Bible over and over and over and over. Had to do it in, what they call it, Bible, what was it called? Spiritual probation. God, write that down. Spiritual probation. That's what I had to do. Because I got in trouble for singing Stevie Wonder song at the Christian school. Spiritual probation. And in spiritual probation, you have to paraphrase at least a couple chapters of the Bible if you didn't have to do all the Psalms or something. Psalms a whole week after school. Sit there and read it, and then you got to tell them what the meaning is. Write it on paper. Rewriting what you read in the Bible. Boy, that's a lot of lessons right there. So they tried to learn you something, you know. So I learned and I taught, and I actually got up on the podium and preached a couple things too. So definitely, that's a little background on me. So we got something in common there. I'm not with Church of God in Christ now, but I got that embedded. Train up the child in the way he should go. So I'm with that. And I got that embedded in my heart. And I read my Bible. Try to do it every day. And that's my way to witness as well. Witness as well. Because if you know, even talking to the choir, preaching to the choir, guy in the choir, man, I'm having bad luck. I'm having a bad week, bad month, a bad year. I was like, when's the last time you read your Bible, man? You're like, I don't know, man. Probably been a good while. I'm like, dude, you're in the choir at the church. And this is Church of Christ. So I do fellowship with other denominations. But that's one thing that he wasn't doing was reading. I'm like, dude, there's powerfulness in that Bible, or the Quran, or the Torah. These are faith books that have similar things that you can learn from, and you can apply those. They have some of the same structures of positivity and stories that tell you what this person did. There's nothing new under the sun, but what this person did and how they came through that, how they went through this, and how they went through that particular famine, or how they this lady cheated, and this guy tried to steal his birthright. So yeah, it's, but you gotta try. Yes, if they come in the name of Jesus, receive them. Okay, so I'll tell you this. All he said in the New Testament was seek ye first. Seek him, try, at least try. And most people not even trying. They pray. What the boy said in the rap song, he prayed about it. He needs some knee pads. And I was like, wow. That means he really didn't pray so much that he really don't even believe. I'm like, that's cold. That's cold. That's real cold right there. But you need to try. So I try. And if you saw in the video, I was cleaning out a house. Found 2 Bibles. And I said, yeah, I need this nice Bible. One King James and the other one's NIV. I prefer King James over NIV. Sorry, I can't. Apologies. I'm trying to Stay away from too much ebonics in the word. I'm trying to, I would rather learn Hebrew and learn the real way to read it. But at King James, it's written in a certain way. I understand certain things were left out, certain things were put in. But in numerology, the words and the letters, they are powerful. So that's what I try to tell people, that even in the Jewish community as well, they're using these powers. Even other people who don't believe are using those powers to be successful. All he said was seek his face. Hey, Nadine. Hey, yeah, I'm having a great day. You have a great day too. This is a great day. This is the day the Lord has made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made, right? And that's me in the chat doing that every time with the circle and the two arms stretched out to the heavens. That's what I do every day when I get my check, get my cash from recycling, and say, hey, whoa. That's my trademark. They know me like that. If I don't be smiling, and they don't see me smiling when I walk in the gas station, the store, the grocery store, and like, hey, I'm just any bit of a flat line in my mouth. They're like, hey, whoa, ow. They love that. And some races, they can't do the James Brown. They can't do the Prince or the ow. They can't do that. I'm like, ow, yeah. They can't do it. And they be trying to do my style. They can't do it. So yeah, that's where it's at. And yes, and spread the joy indeed. So if you seek, and that's what Tantrum Nose was asking me, and I'm deviating just a little bit because I did that one. We'll come back to that one in a bonus. That's he asked me, so you can make, how much can you make doing recycling? I'm like, dude, the sky is the limit. I like jobs like that. The sky is the limit. But the place opens at 8 and they close at 5. Some places open at 7 and close at 7. That's the lower price one, but it's convenient. And Monday through Saturday, it used to be Monday through Monday. And certain holidays, they were open every time of the year, only 2 days closed, Christmas and New Year's. And now they're closed on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Now they're closed on every holiday. And if they close on Secretary's Day, I'm going to be, there you go. They've never been closed on Labor Day. So I had to sit and hold my head. But yeah, it's all about attraction. The law of attraction is biblical. Though some people try to say that that's the universe and all that. God is the universe. So it's the same entity. And the law of attraction, based on what I'm reading in Matthew, in the New Testament. And I'll say it. And it's in the Secret, the Victory book, and all the little self-help books. Knock, and the door shall be open. Ask, and you shall receive. You have not because you ask, because you didn't ask not. Faith without works in Hebrews. Faith without works isn't faith. You gotta step out on faith. Can't just be, oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, he's gonna put something in my hand. He's gonna put this package of money right on my tablet. He's just gonna do it, right? And if he does do it, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna go spend this. But you won't give him no praise. Come on, man. You won't even did a bird drops it in your thing and says, hey, there's the money you just prayed for. There's the money you asked for. Some stranger passes it to you. And you just neglect God again and just run off and do whatever. And you win the lottery and you broke again 2 years later. Now you're praying to God, oh, send it again. Oh, send it, please. I don't promise I'll do better. I'll donate some money to the church, to the homeless, to the pantry, and I'll start doing good. I'll start being a good Samaritan. No, you will not. you know you won't. And that's just what that is. So I think my gift is the median man. I'm not religious, but I got those values in me that I can transfer these things to other people who might be in struggle, who are low life situation, under the bridge type guys that's over there in front of the liquor store. I'm the light. And I come through and I shed light. They come running to me. Of course, some of them just want money. Some of them would just say, hey, man, I remember you, man, 5 years ago. I was down and out and you gave me something to eat. And you took me to go eat, took me to go wash up. You took me with you to Opportunity when we picked up cans. Picked up cans at a NASCAR event. As many cans as you can get. So many cans you can. They're drinking beer, soda, milk, and all kind of stuff. They're having a good time at a NASCAR event, at the race car thing, and drag races and all that. Or in a fair event, the state fair. Side with the company and picking up cans. People are dropping cans everywhere. They don't even have enough manpower to pick all them cans up. But I'll get some guys off the street. And I'm not Mr. Boss, big boss. Oh, you work for me. No, I'm working with you. You're working with me. And I'm going to show you a better way. I'm going to show you something different. How we can make money. Did some of them learn? Yeah. Some of them didn't. Some of them scratched off a lotto ticket with the money that they earned. They're out of there. They're out of poverty. Hope the best for them, because I don't see them maybe 5, 6 years later. So, hey, there it is right there. But if he gave it to you, would you do something good with that money? If he just handed you 10,000 subscribers, monetized you and said, hey, and your first check is $10,000, would you give God the glory? Would you give God the praise? Would you give the universe? Say, thank you, universe. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Grandmama. Thank you, Big Mama. Thank you, what's my auntie name? Aunt Thea, Aunt Josie. Thank you, Aunt Jean. Thank you, Aunt Janice. All the people. Thank you, Aunt Sook. Thank you, Aunt Cheryl. One of my aunts is Cheryl. And I think you're closer to you. Aunt Cheryl, thank you, Aunt this, and thank you, Grandmama, thank you, Granny, thank you, all these people that went before me. Thank you, Uncle Ellie, thank you, Uncle Eli, and from California. Thank you for all these people that were before me, people that didn't even know me, that was in my family, that were way before I even got here. Thank you for all y'all spirits that have helped me, my guardian angels. Thank all of y'all. When I say the universe, thank all of y'all. Thank all the animals, everybody, the air, the climate. Thank you for this moment in time. Thank you, because I feel the grace, I feel the power, and I'm thankful. Appreciate, I acknowledge you. Thank you. My cup runneth over because you keep pouring it in, and I keep trying to, I can't outgive God, so I gotta give as much as I can. And give wisely, not just give it to people who's gonna just take my stuff and run and spit in my face and not give back to anybody and just use my gifts and talents. That's why I let go all of my artists. I let them all go. I was unevenly yoked with all my rappers, all my singers, all my musicians, all the producers, all the studios. I had multiple studios, and it's called Studio Connect. And I was like, no, cut everything off. Let's get my mind together. Let's redo those words to those songs. Let's redo the music. Let's make a real good effort on this next project. So that's where I'm at. That was a good spiel right there, because that's what had to come out. And I'm letting the spirit roll. It's what Brit Family Fun, one night, she said, she just, hey, gave it to God. And it just started pouring out. And she started singing hymns. And it made a difference. Let God first. My name is what? Hey, Shaggy Girl was just here. And hey, I'm glad you came back. Yeah, and that's the way I used to spell my name. I used to be DES, but I used to spell my name DES. It was short for Destiny, and now it's DeSz'e. So I put a apostrophe, little e, so it's DeSz'e. And I've been DeSz'e for a good 20 something years, 20 something years. DeSz'e, and it's on record. It's on records that I've been on, and but it comes from Destiny. But yeah, DeSz'e is the acronym that I'm using. DeSz'e. The source calls me deSz'e. Over in what's the other one? Philippines, calling me deSz'e. D's. They're enunciating every word. D-S. I'm like, where did you get the size from? This the SZ. I guess size. The abbreviation for size is SZ. So hey, I can dig it. I can dig it. Whatever. Some people name it different names. Yarbrough Peoples, who we just lost. We're homegoing for Kevin Yarbrough from Yarbrough Peoples. Went on to the other side 3 to 4 weeks ago. God bless. Friend of mine. Man. Bernard Wright, who played keyboards for Bobby Brown, My Prerogative, and Cameo, and all those groups. He played with Yarbrough as well at the church that they were doing, and I think it was an AME, not AME, CME. It wasn't an African Methodist, it was Christian Methodist church. They played music, they were musicians, and Fred Alexander from Lakeside, the group, the R&B group, they all played together for the church. And I was sometimes the sound man. I was always the guy that adjusted the mic and carrying all the I've been on tour with them before, down in San Antonio and such like that. But I was always the guy that's doing all the work and such, or fixing the computer, or showing them how to do new tricks on these new machines. So that's where that comes from. Thanks for coming through. My name is what? Appreciate it. Thank you. And I will be following you, Roblox, and I got Jack C that I gotta do him. So we'll be subbing on that particular tip. And I appreciate everybody coming in. It's been very cool, very nice. I'll be subbing Nadine as well. She's came back 3-4 times. So yeah, it's been a great time. This is my version of the 90-day challenge. Appreciate the time. The topic today was as if, and we're gonna count it down in a minute because we are right there at the time. Yes, we're at the time. So we're gonna count it down, and I count it down like this because some people was like, bye, click. Well, like yours, I cherish church. You say, y'all get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll say something else. And see, y'all done made me go even longer than y'all supposed to go. I love it. I love it. Love your charismatic attitude, the way you talk. I love the way you talk, and I love the way you minister as well. It's not one way or the other, or hell and damnation. It's not that cast you down out of the sky, lightning bolts shoot your butt in the butt. It's not that. It's conviction, but it's relatable. Relatable. You'll win more souls that way. I did a sound, I counted down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the countdown. That's the end of that particular one. I've covered most of my facts. I'll go back to 1 as a bonus. Here's the first bonus. This is the end, and we're doing like a little bonus thing where whatever comes to mind, stories, you know what I'm saying. This is the bonus. The bonus is this, and I appreciate the likes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for even coming through. 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So yeah, this is the bonus right here. It's saying, I'm an audio guy. I'm an audio guy, and I work at GC, Guitar Center. And I've done church sound systems. I've done I've done the improv. I've done the improv sounds. They're still running off the system that I put in there. I've seen Paul Mooney, David Allen Greer, Nanette Lee, all these different comedians that come through there, and they were, you know, Tommy Davidson, all these different artists that come in and from all over the world to perform at the improv. And I did the sound system in First Baptist Church. I've done their sound system, done smaller churches. I was commissioned to do Agape Church with Dr. Michael Beckwith in California, in LA. I was commissioned to come work and run the sound system for Dr. Michael Beckwith at Agape Church. I got skills, right? So I did the sound system. That's African church. They said they bought some equipment from me as well. And they said, man, we're having a problem with our sound. We need you to come out and do our sound. So I said, hey, I'm going to do the sound. And I am drinking today. This is, what was this? I have to say what I'm drinking. This is, I believe it's fruit punch and 7-Up. Yeah. And they want me to do the sound. So I go to church. I go to church and see what's the problem. I want to go and assess the problem. I want to feel what's going on, and I can tell you what needs to be done. And I go there, and it was a holiness African church. And I'm not dissing or nothing. I'm not trying to be funny. They got a different vernacular than, you know, the African Americans here. Different vernacular. You can say the other word too. The native blacks or whatever from here. But they had a sound system. It was decent. They had the equipment. But they needed some 2 or 3 things, right? And they had a drummer. The drummer was beating up a storm. Now, they jamming in this church, right? They was jamming. Tambourines, everything. Everything. If I had my visual aid, I'd be beating on the tambourine right now. And my drums is on the other side. So I'm telling you, it was nice. The music was great, but it was abrasive. It was abrasive to the soul. You know, when you go to like a nightclub and the music is so loud you cannot enjoy yourself, or you go to a concert and they're out there and they're yelling and talking. I went to an event, was outside, and they were just like Back to the Future when the Michael J. Fox's band was performing, to just auditioning to get on the show, and the judges were like, sorry, son, you're just too dang loud. And that's how it was when I went to this church. The drummer was right there, and you got the front row of the church, and they had fold-up chairs. They were in a business environment. It was a business building. It wasn't a church type thing. It was a business building. So you got the acoustics on the top of the roof, on top of the ceiling, and you can hear a person talk plain. Even if they were whispering, you could hear them talk. So this guy's beating the drums, and he's jamming, but he's abrasive. Boom, boom, cha, boom, boom, doom, 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 psh, and it's like hitting you all in the. It's hurting your nerves, and the pastor is running. The Lord said this, and the Lord said that, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. It's crazy. It was like, and the people were like, some people were coming in, and they didn't, new people were coming in the front row. It was only like maybe 2 people, but the other people were sitting in the back. The back was more filled up than the front. And I was like, there's your issue right there. So I waited to the end of the service. And I'm not going to say the other part, but because that's going to be harmful. So I'm going to say what it is. What it is, the music was too loud. The pastor was too loud. You can't cater to souls when you're being abrasive. That's what church is about. You're actually ministering testimonials. You're teaching the word of God or the word of who you believe in. It could be different things or what. I'm just saying, whatever it is, it could be a AA meeting, but you can't be on there yelling at people and the speakers and the microphone, and that's hitting you in the chest. I'm like, what? You are, your hair is standing up on your head. You look like you've been electrocuted because the sound is so out there. And I told the pastor, I said, hey, we got to change these sounds, bro. We got to change this. I didn't say bro, but we got to change the sounds. And I was being reverent. And got to change the way this is going. We're going to have to put a sound wall around the drummer and mic the drums. So that can go through the mixer in case we need to turn them up or turn them down. And the sound is trapped in a cage. So it's not hitting those people in that front row like that, or even all the way to the back. That drum was like incredible. When I drove up, when they was just starting praise and worship, the drums would, I could hear the drums out in the parking lot. I kind of felt the problem. And when he came on with that microphone, I'm like, oh my God. No. And so we got to get, and then he's got feedback for when he moves over here. Feedback, right? That's when the microphone is in front of the speaker. And it goes different frequencies and such, and you hear echo and slap back. You get all these different bad issues with feedback when you don't have the proper system set up or have floor monitors that can show you what you sound like before it goes out, as it's going out to the crowd. So there's two sets of speakers. There's two speakers coming this way, or one, and two speakers going out to the crowd. So that had to be explained. Something I had to do when I worked at Guitar Center. They made me go be approved to sell sound systems, where I had to learn all the dBs and how the systems work and all. I had to take tests to even work there. They wouldn't let me get by with just being, quote unquote, a different color. And I know about keyboards and stuff, or electronics and mixers and all that. Well, I know about everything in the store, but my skin color caused me to have to be studied all the time and have to show myself approved. So when people come in, I was more of an expert when it comes to sound. So that's a bonus right there. So I had to tell that guy, and he did it. He needed a feedback destroyer, because he wasn't finna stay in one spot. I went to church another time with him to see if they changed things. They did some of the things, but he came and brought the feedback destroyer, so they didn't have that, because he would walk in front of that speaker. Sometimes preachers are just adamant about their style of preaching, and they'll just go and they'll do what they want to do. And you turn that volume down, they'll turn it right back up. They demand that they're louder than the organist or the piano when it's time to, for tithing or offering services. So there you go. That's a bonus right there. The guy paid attention. He had a feedback destroyer and a compressor in the chain as an effects in, a compressor that we can put on the choir or put on the preacher or put on the keyboard or the organist. The organist gets loud every once in a while. Because he's pulling strings. The organ is probably the most powerful instrument in the drums. It's more powerful because you can hit certain chords and pull emotion up out of people. You can pull it up out of them. You can make a person cry by playing the organ and hitting the right keys, hitting the right foot keys, and the two keyboards, and sometimes three, and the foot keys, and and you got a rotary speaker, and it's just a different vibe that comes out of an organ. So it's kind of organ because it's hitting your organs. So yeah, I didn't think about that till now, but we know that story of Lucifer, Satan, he was part of God's thing. Now this is, I don't know if that's real, but that's the story that's told. He was kicked out of heaven, and he was the music master. He's part of his body, was an organ, was music coming out of his body. His fingers, his eyes, his mouth, everything was, driven toward the soul. So he's out to steal souls, right? So yeah, anyway, that's a PS story, and it's a PSS right there with him being connected to organ. The organ, very powerful instrument. Something Miss Alicia Peoples from Y'all Run Peoples can play that organ like it ain't no tomorrow. It will make you cry, can make you laugh. I seen her play the day Prince went on to the other side. The way he went on to the other side, and she was, and the pastor got up there and said, Prince passed away or what, and she hit those keys from 1999. Fred Alexander on the drums. And you heard that, you're like, oh my goodness, they playing Prince in church. And the pastor said, man, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Yeah, she just gave you a little teaser. And those organs that she played, the organ that she was playing and playing that Prince chord, it hits you right there in the heart. You go, da, 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 da. You're like, oh my goodness. It was a churchy feel that 1999. I was dreaming when I wrote this. Excuse me, ghost and thing. What was that? Da 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 da. That was a little Corvette, or it was either that or 1999. No, it's 1999. Ba ba da ba ba da. And I was like, whoa. So they gave you a little taste of that, and the pastor said, hey man, y'all need to pray for Prince's family. Their family going through it right now. Anybody that was connected to Prince, they going through it. You might not. And Prince was changing his life at that time. He was in the Jehovah's Witnesses style of things, or the Christian Adventists. He was actually going into a whole nother phase. Larry Graham was helping him do that transition. He was going to Larry Graham's church, so under his jurisdiction. So Larry was already seen all the stuff that could be bad. But being behind Sly Stone, which is Pastor Haynes' cousin, Bishop Haynes' cousin was Sly Stone, from Sly and the Family Stone. Sylvester Stone was definitely connected to Bishop Haynes. They were first cousins. So that, growing up knowing that, and then Larry Graham played bass and actually brought the thumping of the bass, kind of somewhat engineered that style of bass thumping on the bass. The Bootsy Collins and all that stuff. So with Prince, had Larry Graham play a couple jams with him and stuff like that and be on stage, and as well as Rosie Gaines and all those other people who have those church backgrounds. Prince knew where the power was. The power is in the music, and the music power came from the church. You didn't just have country music. You didn't just have R&B. You didn't just have jazz, rock, contemporary, anything. It all came from the belief system, the church type style. all that stuff was derivative off of, was all the grandbabies of gospel music. Take it or leave it. I mean, yeah, you can doubt on me, but I know the roots. And when you hear a gospel song, a real gospel song, not no contemporary, because now they got the Lil Wayne beat playing behind them as they praising the Lord. And hey, good for them, man. Good for them. And you can dance in church like that with the grooviness of the newest style of contemporary, I feel. And music has its phases, and you got to reach the youth some kind of way. They're not listening to going up yonder, going up yonder, going up yonder. They're not listening to that. They're not listening. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They want Ty Tribbett. They want the Kirk Franklin. They want Cornell Morrell. They want Smokey Norfolk, and they want the girls, the two girls that got the hit, Erica Campbell. They want that kind of stuff. They want that, and she knows what her roots is, but they don't want the old Shirley Caesar. They want to make fun of it, make a parody of it. But as for old Walter Hawkins albums and James Cleveland albums or whatever, and now they want to bring all this other stuff out. But now, those particular records, man, Georgia Mass Choir, those particular records, the youth ain't trying to hear that right now. They're not. They want that beat. They want that groove right now. So this is bonus number 3, PSSS. And that's just what that is. And the vernacular has changed. Preachers are talking in Ebonics now. And they're trying to relate. And they are relating. There's one pastor in Chicago that comes on, on this same platform. He's got it down. He knows how to do it. Freddie Haynes knows how to do it. And he has the theatrics with his voice. And what's the other guy? I can't think his name. Rich. It'll come to me in a little bit. My homegirl, she knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, you got some pastors that can speak that talk that talk. And can be eloquent as well at certain times. And not talk in Ebonics. Can switch it up, So there we go. We did it. We did it again. We put this one in the books. We put this one in the future. We put this out there for you. We want you to have a good day. I will be back on today at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Wherever time that is, you do the math. And appreciate everybody coming through. From Shaggy Girl to My Name Is, I Cherish Church Network, today to what's the other one? Roblox. Appreciate you coming through. Anybody else that's in the background, thanks for watching in the background. I appreciate it. I hope you caught something that can help you, something that can be of assistance to you. This is not for. This is a non-profit program. I would love to get some money to travel. That's what I would like to do. I to put my cards on the table. I'd love to have more money to do more traveling and to be able to travel at my whim, where I can actually sit there and visit and get to know the people where I'm traveling. 2 weeks, not no 1 week. Okay, no. Give me 2 weeks. Give me 3 weeks. Give me a month. Give me a month. Give me a couple of days more than a week, man. When I went to Chicago, I think I stayed there for like 6 months, 5.5 months. Houston, off and on because half of my family is there. And I actually lived there for a minute and was in Galveston for a good while too. New Orleans, stayed there for a good while. Slidell and apartments in Slidell. I mean, my thing was in Slidell. I was there in Houston when they made Jason's Lyric. I could have been in the movie. I was in the video of Scarface, Let Me Roll. I was in that atmosphere. But I've been in the state for a while. That means I had worked there and a place to stay. And that's something I want to do, like even going to Africa, going to Australia, going to Argentina, going to Brazil, going to South America, period. Central America, South America. Some states that are under a U.S. rule: Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Alaska, Guam. My brother been there. Different places like that. So I want to go to all those different places that I can. Germany, I want to go back to Germany. I was there when I was a little kid. Got pictures to prove it. I want to go back to Germany. I want to be able to live there for a minute. Paris, France, Switzerland, Iceland, the Netherlands, Uruguay, Paraguay. This is what Luciana said. Asked deSz'e called me out in the thing last night and said, "Hey, I know you want where you want to go. Put where you want to go in the chat." And I put that in there. I was serious. I do want to go to Uruguay, Paraguay. I do want to go to Argentina. I want to see the world because I never in 1,000,000 years of my existence on this earth thought they would ever close the borders down because of the famine that went on in the world. They said, "Oh, we can't go. And if you're over there, you're stuck over there." So that was a bad situation. But hey, here we are again. We're free again. Let me get my passport together. Let me get my coins together. Let me get my connections together. I'm coming to a city near you. Total effective funk for every city in sound, every city in town, every city in Providence, every country in the world who will let me into your country. If they let me in Turkey, I'm going to come to Turkey. If they let me in Czechoslovakia, I'm coming. If they let me in Iran, I'm coming. Iraq and Iran. Istanbul, Constantinople, I'm going there if you let me in. And I hope I'm safe. I want to go to North Korea. I want to go to South Korea. I want to go to all of them. Dennis Rodman is not the only one who can go talk to the leader over there. Come on, man. I can go. I got positive things to share. So let me see where it's happening. Houston born and raised already. Yeah. So half my family kind of tribute from California, Dallas, little Oklahoma, and Houston definitely. Houston definitely. All my cousins that know how to skin a squirrel, cook it up, skin a raccoon. Good eats. I'm telling you, they know how to hunt, and they know how to harvest. They know how to plant trees and gardens and tend it. They know how to barbecue. They know how to, harvest the right things and things that you wouldn't even think. The natural things how God has gave us to eat. So what a wonderful experience when I with my cousins in Houston. I love it. I was left there a couple summers when my parents dropped me off because I had family on both sides in Houston too. And I do still. But they would drop me off, especially when I was being too bad or being mischievous. They let me go live with my cousin or my auntie, would be looking after me. and they would whoop my butt. They tend my hide. And we had to go to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, because my other grandfather, Uncle Abram, he had his own church, and the church was right next to the house. So we had to clean the church after the church was over. We'd have to tend the yard and tend the garden and tend the animal. All this, it was so much. It was like Renaissance, and that's what I want to be, is a Renaissance man. Like the stuff I learned is amen as well. Appreciate this interaction. This has been great. And I get to share this information and hear something and get feedback from people who feel what I'm saying or feel what I'm talking about as well. From Roblox, from the first part, I got some different people. I just hope they're of age. This is PG-21 talk. And I try to be reverent when I can. And I do address people as yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, your honor. No, your honor. Yes, officer. No, officer. That blows the police officer's mind. It does. They pull me over and they see my driver's license has a tie. I got a tie on. It makes a difference. And they see that I speak to them with a good vernacular, with good speech. Respectable, enunciating my words. I get treated better. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm serious. I apologize to anybody who has vendetta against police officers or authority. But I address them with respect, even if they don't give me respect. I'm still, yes, sir. And you remember to do that next time. You hear me? You don't ever come through here and turn that corner like you turned. I'm like, yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, yes, sir. I understand. Yes. I understand you. Yes, sir. I'll do better on the next one, sir. You know what? I'm going to give you a ticket anyway. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for this ticket. It's a reminder that I have to do better. Thank you. So I have to atone for my sins. I have to sins against the laws of the city, the laws of the land. I have to atone for that. And I have to abide, or I will end up in the bad place. And I know one thing, in jail, they ain't got no keyboards and pianos and drum machines and drums, and they don't have that there. The only thing I had was my mind if I was incarcerated. And I could write music on the piece of paper, on the scales, and write the music, and I could hear it and play it, fingers on the table, and just remember when I got out of those situations, I could translate that music that I wrote while I was in those particular situations. So, hey, but how did I get in that situation? I'm no better than anybody. And I had to learn that the hard way. I'm in there with the guys who are robbing the store, or lobbying at the store, or pissing on the floor, lying, cheating, stealing, or whatever it is that they were doing, or hurting somebody, or aggravated this, or whatever. It was all different types of people in there. It's like a meshing part of a lot of different people who are going to prison, people are coming back from prison. There was too many things going on in there. People trying to do the right thing. People are mistakenly identified. All I did was miss a court date. Contempt of court. Lock him up. 80 days. What? What? No bail. What? So I had to learn how to live and learn how to, and I think, he said, what are you doing, man? I missed the court date. I can't. That's crazy to even say that to somebody. It's like, what? I said, yeah. They had a thing with child support where you missed court and you contempt of law, and they were giving everybody 180 days. So you had to spend half of those 180 days. And they catch you on another violation, you ain't got to do the rest of the 180 days. And I'm like, what? So yeah, in there, like, you know, every time they had the prayer call, I was there at prayer call. Every time the chaplain would come around, anybody need to go see the chaplain? Me? Anybody want to go to the law library? Me? Anybody want to go help clean up the hallways? Me? Anything to get me out of there. I said, no, let me be of service. Hey, we need volunteers to do such and such, to go move the voter registration thing downtown. Get on the bus, handcuffed. But, hey, I got to go over there and move the stuff and see outside for a little bit and go right back in there. In a good mood every day. They blew their minds smiling on my profile, on my mugshot. Smiling, getting favor. God's favor shined on me in there. I didn't get treated bad. And I was a light to somebody else. Somebody else having a hard time. Somebody else doubting their situation. And I was there to help. Not that I'm the savior or nothing. It's just that I shined my light. But one thing I had to realize, me missing court made me just as bad as the guy who stole cookies out the cookie jar. Or the guy who beat his girlfriend up, or beat his wife up, or beat his kids to a pulp, or did something heinous crime. It's just as equal as missing a court date. I did not obey the rules, and I got slapped on the hand and cuffed. Assume the position. Follow the bailiff to the back room. You'll be catching the bus going straight to the jailhouse. And yeah, I questioned God at that time. I'm like, what is this? Got my shirt and tie on, everything. I seen a guy with a lawyer. Had all the points right. And the judge said, you know what? I really don't give a rip about you having a lawyer or whatever. And it sounds right, don't it? But today you going to jail. You're going anyway. And I'm like, oh my goodness, everybody's losing in this court. And sure enough, me and that guy was chained together. And he said, man, where's God at? I'm like, dude, God is, I kind of questioned as well. I was like, seemed like he's not here, but hey man, you got to keep believing. So I had to witness. And I had to witness to the guy in the choir that sang at the church. The Church of Christ. You have to sing at that church. There's no music instruments. And you have to sing, and they sing lovely. And I don't know those songs. Sometimes I have to read it out of the book, and I'll sing along with them. I love that devotion. And they sound so lovely. But they've got their doctrinization. So the Church of God in Christ, the Presbyterians, the Baptists, the Episcopalians, the Seventh-day Adventists, the non-denominational church got their doctrination. Even though they don't want a doctrinization, they got a doctrinization. And hey, everybody got their own little belief. The Catholics got their thing where you got to do this way and that. The mosque has their way when Muslims sit a faith. You got to take your shoes off and wash your hands and feet before you go in. It's a purity thing. You got to pray 3 times a day. At least they have some discipline. Some Christians ain't got that. They don't even pray. But once a day, you'll pray over the food or whatever. Some people don't even pray over the food no more. So things are getting out of whack. But here I am. Just shine light. Make you think. This is what I'm here for, to make you think. To make you, and I'll show you some things, and people are like, wow, I didn't know that was recyclable. I didn't know. I just thought a spoon was a spoon. But if you read those 3 numbers, and they don't stick to a magnet, if it don't say stainless steel, you need to look for sterling sterling silver or those three numbers. And you have to look that up. That's on another lesson. But I'm just saying, certain things, those silver spoons can probably pay a house note. Or buy you a down payment on a car. Or get you a whole new set of teeth. So yeah, I'm looking for that gold. And I'm looking for adventure. Looking for the good stuff. And God keeps bringing it to me. Keeps bringing it to me every day. My cup runneth over. And I keep trying to give and help somebody. That's what it's about. And that's all I was telling Tantrum as well. The world is at your feet. Whatever you want. You want a program for the boys that's, in the inner city that need, some hope or need something, an activity to do that actually earns money. And you learn something as you're doing it, that's recycling. And you get cash every day they open. Cash money works for me. And that's why I think that discourages a lot of people, is people have jobs and they gotta wait 2-3 weeks to get a check. Then it's every 2 weeks or every other, thanks. Yeah. Every other week you get paid. What happened again? And then if you work for Manpower or one of those type of companies where you go and they just doing the odd jobs, hey, I need 10 workers to go. And then I beg of you, go watch Denzel Washington's first movie with a white actor. I can't think of his name right now. But the movie's called Carbon Copy. And those guys, and he had to go because he lost his hierarchy in the company because his wife's dad owned the company and he had a black son. And he found out later, 18 years later, that he has a black son, and that's Denzel Washington, and he has everything stripped from him. They didn't like him having a black son. And Denzel was like, well, Dad, what are we going to do then? What are we going to do for money? How are we going to eat? And I'm going to have to go out and work. And he had to go to one of those temporary workplaces where you're standing out there with a whole bunch of guys, and you're out there waiting for a truck to come by, to just come by and get you a job for the day. Hey, I need 10 guys that can paint. Me, everybody me. And you, and you. And the white guy Denzel's dad didn't get picked. He's like, oh man. So they wait for the next truck. I need a guy who can pull the manure out of the horse bins for me. He was like, me. He was like, picked everybody, and he saw the guy Denzel's dad was in shirt, and he figured it out that he wasn't getting picked because he had his shirt and tie on. He looked in his business suit. He didn't know what to expect. So the other guys were, shirt unbuttoned, pants dingy, shirt wrinkled, work hat on, whatever. They look like they're gonna do some work. And so he didn't get picked on those first few jobs. But he unbuttoned his shirt, did his tie, took the tie off, I think, and messed his hair up a little bit. And the next guy came and I'll shovel it. The guy doubted him for a minute, but he had to shovel manure, which we call it another word in layman terms. So he shoveled it, and he worked the dog mess out of him that day. Boy, he came home with stuff all on him, but he had money every day that he went to work. So yeah, the sky is the limit. And that's what it's about. It's about being of service. He put us here to be of service to each other, some kind of way. And even if it's bartering service. Say, do you have a cup of sugar? Well, I'll give you a cup of sugar for a cup of flour. Or I'll give you a loaf of bread for a book. That's what you do in the jail system. You trade a honey bun for some coffee. You get coffee and a honey bun, and you can get your hair cut. It's a trade system. So yeah, and being of service, I could draw. I could draw real good, right? I started drawing. I was drawing, and I could write poetry, and I could write, stories. And I wrote a book while I was in there. So I was like, I was drawing, and hey man, you draw a picture for my wife, for my mom, so I can send it for a birthday, and I'll give you 4 honey buns and 2 soups. What? Heck yeah, I'm gonna try it. Drew it. Here's a picture of her, and I draw it off that picture, and it would look dang near almost like her. And I got known for that. Well, can you write a poem for me? Because I'm illiterate and I can't read or write. But I want to send something to my mom. And I'm going to say, what do you want to say? And I'm transcoding it into something for his mother or his sister or his girlfriend or his wife. Or doing something. And other guys had other skills that they could make something out of a piece of plastic. I've seen it, man. Oh, I've seen it. It's crazy. So much talent in the jail system, in the institutions. So much talent, even in a deaf institution where the deaf can't talk what a blind, but they can do some kind of skill. And I let one institution, and they did the shrink wrapping on my cassette tape that I came out with. What a miracle. Who would have thought that somebody deaf can actually do something that's so valuable to me in the world that I was in music, and putting my stuff on a music store, at a major music store, and it was wrapped by the deaf and the blind. There it is. Service. I paid good price for that. It was below the market value. I was like, thank you. So be of service. That's the clue. So that's all I have to say. That is my main thing that I'm saying, is be of service. And that's all I'm trying to enunciate. To actually get the point across to Tantrum. It's about service. He has a service. He's doing tattoos. He's being of service. And he's kind of ministering to them mentally if they come in with a bad mood and they come in with an issue or problem. Same thing with a barber. They're like shrieks. Same thing when I was working at the music store. People like, man, I need some music, man, to make me feel good, man, about life right now. I'm like, dude, come on over here, man. Get you some of this positive music. And he's like, what do you like? I like rap, man. Well, hey, man, got some KRS-One over here. Got some, Rakim Shabazz or some 800 number DJ Mark. DJ 45 King. DJ Mark 45 King. Got some Queen Latifah or something that's positive. And he was like, man, and they come back and they're like, man, thank you, dog. Thank you. I need some jazz. I need some new jazz. What's new on the jazz circuit? So I was like a shrink when I was in the music store, or even at the music instrument store. Same thing. People come in, and I need this, man. This mixer ain't working no more. I need a better mixer than that. Or I need these better speakers. I need this better chord or whatever. Or I need a better guitar. Or I need we need a whole set of things. Of the tour bus blew up, and we need a whole new thing of instruments. I'm the man. Gotcha. And I talked to those guys, and now I'm cool with those guys. That kind of thing. So anyway, it's about ministry. It's about service. It's about being of service to people. And there's so many things out there that you can do. It's not just, this is just one of the avenues. And there's so many avenues in this too. You can help other companies with their problems. You can help other people with their problems. Personally. It's too many things. And I got a book coming. I got this, that. Hopefully I'll be sharing some of that on my email list. Hoping more people sign up on my email list. The link is in the description. The link is in the bio as well. I don't know if I did it right, but hey, I'm on Lashana's list. And thank you all for coming. Just trying to be of service. That's all it is. That's how I got all this stuff. That's how I got the knowledge that I am of being of service. That's it. That's it. Be of service. Earl Nightingale. Listen to Zig Ziglar. I listen to these guys. I want the positive out of anybody that I can listen to. I'm taking the positive. I'm looking at the negative. I discard the negative. Certain things that people say, I'm pulling it. I'm pulling the good stuff out of you. And I'm pulling these styles from all y'all other creators and putting my own thing in there. And probably one of the most powerful things is definitely Chris Flash. I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all. That boy there got style. And finesse and Nemo 504. Be your best. And you're phenomenal. I love the way he talks. I love it. Yeah. It's genuine. You feel it. And that's what I want on my music. I want my music to be like, you put it on, you're like, when people do that, they put it, you that dude that we need. So definitely be of service. That's all my music was about, being of service. I was the band's best friend. A band's best friend. They need a keyboard player that can play all the stuff that they can't play to fill in the gaps of the music. And they need to sound good. And I make you sound good. That's what I do. And I take you to the next level where you can take it onto another platform and be all you can be, better than anybody in your competition. So that's it. We had a good time. This was great. Thanks for staying on with me beside Cherish Church Network. And thanks for staying with me, Shaggy Girl's friend, no name. My name is Once. I appreciate it. She spelled my letters of my name out. I love that. Love that. So yeah, we'll do it again at 5 o'clock this evening. And I'll be checking out other people today. I'll be definitely checking out Dapper. Dapper's been in here a couple times. Dapper PH, Phil Daw, and V Enriquez, her dad too. They all Panda 82. He's been checking me out as well. We'll check out their show later on. I think Big Jack Storytime is going to have something later on tonight. A couple other people that I know will be on tonight, so I'll be checking out, be peeping out a little game. I have a little bit of time today. The truck didn't come today, and that's the last bonus. What you want happens in your mind first. Feel it. That's all you got to do. Feel it. Put it there, write it down, record it, and it happens. I really wasn't ready for a truck. Really wasn't ready for a truck. I thought I was ready Tuesday. Thought I was ready yesterday. And I sent that in the sky. I sent it up to the heavens and I said, hey, I'm not ready. I hope he has an excuse to why he can't bring me my truckload. And he had an excuse. Oh man, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I got something to do tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be out of town. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm staying in a good mood. You can do it again next week. I'm like, sometime. I'm like, cool. I'm sanguine. I'm cool. Chill. I can do this. Get ready for that day. He comes. I can have even more stuff ready for him. Try to fill that truck up. So yeah. So what you want happens. Like if I say, man, I sure like to meet a pretty girl today. Don't you know the universe and the world and God and everything will arrange everything that might be the last second of that day. I'm at the gas station and that girl will walk up and speak to me. And she's the most beautiful thing I ever seen. And I'm like, this can't be happening. Or I could say, hey, I sure need $10. I'll go get a sandwich or something. I done spent all my money on bills and expenses and expense account. And I'm like, man, I sure need $10. And lo and behold, somebody will drive by and Hey, what's up? Here's that $10 I owe you. And I ain't talked to that person in 7, 8 months. I'm like, thank you. I just say thank you. Thank you to a supreme being that's in the sky, in the air, in the ground, in me, in the animals, instinctive situation. It happens. It happens, y'all. It happens. It happens. Whatever you want will happen. And whatever you don't want will not happen. And it will happen if you say it wrong. So you gotta say it right. Say what you want. Say what you mean. We out of here. This has been great. Thank you guys for coming through. We got more coming through. We got more on the list. We got more in store. And checking out to see what everybody else is doing as well. And supporter. Got something to sell. I'm buying. And I'm trying. And I definitely sit in super chats too. So that's how it goes. We're talking about y'all in a minute. In a minute. Woo! Deuces. We put this one in the future. We did it. Yes. I showed up for work and I did it, baby.